So I failed. Sometimes you don't use recipes, things taste gross, but it's okay. You can just reinvent it. So like, come with me and I'll tell you what I've been doing. So these are the nasty potatoes. In here, I have them in the pan and I put some balsamic vinegar on there to see if I can add some flavor. Then over here is the flavorless pork. I chopped it up into bite-sized pieces because we're gonna stir fry this bad boy and add some vegetables in it just to bump up those water-soluble vitamins and phytochemicals. Okay, so pork. So usually, well not usually, in my experience, people have always put something like sweet on pork to make it taste good, but I didn't want to add sugar into my meat. I kind of wanted to like get out of that habit. I have these apples. I'm gonna add some apples to this stir-fry concoction to hopefully add some sweetness and flavor, because there's no flavor in this dish right now. So getting back to it, I added those apples in there in the pan just to let the flavors kind of, I guess, I don't know, melt into the pork. Who even knows? Then I added the pork in. The potatoes were pretty brown at this point with the the onions, and then seasoning. So going with the apples, I added some ginger, and this here is some cinnamon, just to give it that sweet kind of vibe. And then I added some more oil because things were starting to stick on the bottom of the pan. No one wants that. And then I was like, fiber. So chia seeds, I figured that would add some, I guess, dimension and some omega-3s and fiber to the dish. And then I was like on a fiber kick, so I got some sprouts that I've been sprouting. These are 2-day-old sprouts, and I added those in. They're lentils. Again, for the fiber and for the crunch, then you got to smell it to know what direction to go in. And after smelling it, I was like, okay, I think we're going to need some garlic. So I chopped up 1 clove of garlic really loosely. I didn't do that fancy crush thing. I just kind of chopped it and made it work. And then it's time to taste test this to see what else it needs. Honestly, it's so much better. Still a little dry, like it still needs maybe pepper. Not pepper, maybe some cranberries. So those additions are gonna go into my vegetables. This is kale and the broccoli. I'm just gonna saute this down till it gets kind of withered. And so I added the pepper into this vegetable mix, as well as the cranberries. And then I was like, I don't know if the cranberries are gonna be enough. And I opened my cupboard after I put some oil in, and I found some, can you guess what I found? I found honey. So I put a spoonful of honey in there. Kind of, I was thinking this would be like a dressing, and went with that. I'm hungry, as always. Lord, thank you for this food. Okay, so let's talk about this meal. I wanted to do a base of greens this way and just saute them lightly so I don't kill the folate in these greens and or a lot of the water-soluble vitamins. I added the chia seeds just to add chia seeds and more of the sprouts, even though they weren't fully sprouted, to add a little bit of fiber because my intestines, I feel like, have been craving fiber. Is that common? Do other people crave fiber? There is greens, dark leafy greens in the kale and then the broccoli, really good nutrient-packed vegetables there. I have carrots. I have a starch or carbohydrates in my potato, so I don't need a rice or anything in this meal because the potato satisfies that need. And then I also added some apples and grapes for some sweetness. I did some honey too. And I added my kombucha, which, you know, could have been bottled another day or two for more bubbles, but I'm satisfied with it for my dinner tonight. Oh, let me taste it. Well, I kind of tasted it. I don't know, let's see. I hope you're eating too, because this would be awkward if I'm eating in front of you and you're not. So like, get something to munch on. Pause the video, come back, and let's eat together. Okay, let's see. I really like the cranberries. Could use some salt. Too lazy to get up, but it definitely is a lot better than what it was. I would say I'm satisfied. I don't know if I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Oh, you're still here. How you doing? You made it through. Congratulations making it through this video. It was you didn't know where we're going with this, because I mean, I didn't know it was gonna happen or not. But since you're here, just thinking out loud, you should maybe like the video and maybe comments on your failed recipe attempts, and hit that subscribe button, because you made it this far. You probably had a meal with me, and I just want to know if we're kicking it or not. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired.